Okay, so it's about 3 weeks now, or nearly 3 weeks, since the new 20 miles per hour default speed limit was put into place across Wales. So to see what it's like, we've decided to drive around the middle of Carmarthen, where most of the roads are now 20 miles per hour, to see what it's like, whether it's okay or whether it's painfully slow. So I've just gone to 21, I'm on 20 now. And you know, this feels slow to me because of the width of the road. If you look at the road, it is a wide road and there's no traffic. You know, the next car's quite a distance in front of me. So sticking to 20, I'm finding it not difficult, but I'm constantly looking at the speedometer to make sure I don't go above. Because when you have that space in front of you, I think, and it's wide, I think your instinct is to, you know, put your foot down a bit. Yeah, I mean, what I would say is the car behind me isn't annoying me, or she isn't really up close, as I fear people sometimes would be, because I feel like I'm going slow, but I'm sticking to the speed limit, and thankfully the person behind isn't getting angry and telling me to speed up, because obviously legally I can't. So this is the normal speed I always have done through this kind of area, but there's another street as we head down here, which is different. It's more open and wider, which I think is going to seem a lot slower trying to stick to 20 there. But I think on a road like this seems slow to me, and I have to keep, the instinct is to put your foot down because it's straight and it's open in front of you and there's no traffic, and I also have to stop myself from doing that to make sure I don't go above 20. And certainly here, when you get past the monument, there's another long straight all the way downhill to the traffic lights in Johnstown, and yeah, I'm really trying hard now to stick. I just went up to 21, which, you know, I'm going to slow down to go back into 20, but it feels very slow going down here. It's a complex one, I think, because there's so much debate and discussion over it over the last 2 or 3 weeks in particular. It's almost become such a political thing for people to argue over. But in reality, when you're driving around a town centre and built up areas, it doesn't actually make that much difference. I can understand why it's frustrating. We took a drive over to the hospital, and there's certain roads that are now 20 that seem slow doing 20, and your instinct is to go a bit faster because they're wide, long, open roads. But obviously now you can't. So I did find myself struggling to stick to 20 and very consciously looking at the speedometer all the time. But in terms of the actual town centre, where you're just driving around these, you know, little narrow streets, I don't think it's going to change anybody's life. One thing I will say is frustrating, or could be frustrating for drivers, is that Carmarthen Council have admitted that it's going to take a while for them to update signs. So one bit of confusion I found is if you see a sign saying 30, you're not quite sure whether it's properly 30 or whether it's now meant to be 20 and the sign just hasn't been updated.